Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Ji ayanu, pakhair agale, ni hao, churushumme, washmale, ohio gonzaimas, guten morgen, hola, bonjour, privyet, kaifahal, hale shuma chatore, ahlan wa sahlan, marhaba, buna, mucho gracias, swabi, ab bhalli kare aaya, hosh geldin, ayo sayo, khuyamora, Chivatto, Chihajut, Kalimera, Khairutan, and a very happy Eid Mubarak to each and every one of you who's actually tuned into PTV World and are watching this morning's amazing transmission on the first day of Eid. Ladies and gentlemen, I happen to be Shahzad Hassan Khan, and with me, I'm really lucky that I've been joined by my very well-learned colleague who happens to be Miss Hajra. Satti, hello Hajra, Assalamu alaikum, aapko bhi Eid Mubarak.
Walaikum assalam, thank you so much. Eid Mubarak to you, and Eid Mubarak to everyone who is celebrating out there. And I think this Eid brings us so much festivity. It's called Meethi Eid, and it's particularly meaty for the women of the household because they have to cook the sheera or meetha. And I think nowadays there has been so much innovation in the meetha, right? So pehle it was like more of savaiyan and different variations of it. Yeah, I think, but now it has gone, it has innovated a lot in terms of that. But I think this Eid-ul-Fitr reminds us of the values of communitarian values, of the fortitude, of the resilience, and how we fast for the entire month. And after that month is completed, we observe the festivities, we observe the tradition of the Eid. It is the moment of joy, happiness. And Shahzad, as we are growing up, as we are aging, I think, we are at that point where we can talk about, how Eid has transitioned, right?
True.
When we were growing up, there was something, that was different. There was some continuous values that I would say that are still going on, but some values really have changed. And I think one of the value was that we experience a very strong physical connection, and nowadays there's a very strong physical or digital connection, right? But physical, there's a disconnect out there. So I just wonder and play, and think about it and contemplate about it, that when we were growing up, we used to play so many physical games, right?
Yeah.
Especially on the Eid, because entire families used to gather, cousins, exactly, Kish, London Stop, King Stop. There were so many games, right? But now these children, they're so much deprived of those such a beautiful memories. They're just engaged on the swipes and taps. I think this is a different culture out together. But certainly we will talk about it, and about these communitarian values and values of Ummah. What values are still continuing of the Eid, what has changed, and what we still want to keep and remind of that, right?
And not just that, Hajra, I think in addition to this, for me, if I am to kind of talk about, how my Eid has actually transitioned now, imagine. So earlier there was a time when, all of us would get ready and rush to our Dada's place, which is in Gawal Mandi, Rawalpindi. And in addition to this, not just that, I think from there onwards to now, where how my father is a Nana and a Dada now, and everybody's coming to our place. So we'll speak about it. But ladies and gentlemen, we have got some wonderful, amazing guests who just like family, and we wanted to have our Eid with them over here on television and on these sets as well. So we're very glad that they've taken out time, left their families behind, and on the first day of Eid, they've prioritized being on TV. So we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by somebody who happens to be one of our favorites. Whenever she's on our show, it's full of energy. The set is very vibrant as well. She happens to be a consultant as well, and not just that, she's Dr. Rubia Usman. Hello, assalamu alaikum. A very happy Eid Mubarak.
Thank you. Eid Mubarak to you, and Eid Mubarak to all your viewers as well.
And
thank you so much.
Dr. Rubia, your clothes are looking really great, and I think, we really need these colors of festivities on our sets. But since we are talking about festivities, celebration, and I think celebration is incomplete within the Pakistani culture without the singing, because we have a very celebratory culture in the first place, right? So back in the old times, we used to see that whenever we are sowing the crops out there, so there would be a celebratory festival, right? We used to sing the tappas and whatnot. When we are cutting that crops, there would be again celebratory culture. So we are very glad that we have been joined by Muhammad ibn Usman. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad, and thank you so much for coming to our show.
Thank you so much.
Eid
First of all, Eid Mubarak to you guys. It's amazing to be over here on Eid Day 1.
It's wonderful to have you over here, and the way that you look and the way that you're talking looks like as if you missed out on your Eid prayer as well. You just
I have not missed out on my Eid prayer. That is something that you've done quite a lot, but that's not something
I think I needed this rebuttal as well, and because of the fact that he actually happens to be my nephew as well, which is why he knows that. And since you are on TV, so you get no days off. You really need to be on TV for all our audiences who are out there. We need to connect with them, for all of those fans who are out there. So we are here, obviously, ladies and gentlemen. But I did offer my Eid prayers, okay, this time around, alhamdulillah. And I would want you to do that too. Okay. Now, in addition to this, ladies and gentlemen, this guy that I'm about to introduce, I think is one of those amazing, remarkable Anchorpersons, host, not just that, I think he's one of those figures which most of the Pakistanis look up to, that, that the kind of dialect that he has, the kind of intellect that he has, and the way that he actually kind of deliver when he's on television is something which is phenomenal. He's one of our favorites, just like a younger brother, alhamdulillah, doing marvelous stuff on television, on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we have been joined by Mr. Muhammad Shoaib. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Oh, wa alaikum assalam. What a lovely start, Shahzad bhai, Hajra. Thank you very much for calling me, and I'm so glad to be here. Eid Mubarak to you, Eid Mubarak to Dr. Rubia, Eid Mubarak Muhammad.
Eid Mubarak to you too.
And I'm going to enjoy because Muhammad is here.
Eid Mubarak, and Shoaib, it's so good to have you back. Your presence always feels very comforting to us.
यही तो सेट था आपका पहले.
नहीं, सेट सामने था.
वहाँ पे भी हमारा लगा हुआ है.
Right. So I think
Kabza Mafia.
So I think let's kickstart a conversation, and I want everyone to participate in that, and that is we've grown up, right, and we have seen that how as in our childhood we used to celebrate Eid, what has changed, and what are the new traditions that have been added, and how comfortable are we with this new additions. So I think Shahzad, we want you to please answer that, and then we will
so I'll move on with that. Now imagine, so first of all, and we were always late, so it was the last 5 minutes of the prayers, because imagine 7 of us brothers and sisters getting ready, then getting into a mehran, and then our father driving as quickly as he can, and then reaching to our dada's place so that we could actually offer our Eid prayers together. Then later on there will be sevaiya, and we will have our breakfast at dada's place. I really used to feel sorry for my chachiyan, if they're out there. Thank you so much. आपने ईद के इतना अरसा हमें जो है वो रोज नाश्ते कराए, हालांकि you do not feel like doing that.
Right.
And then from there onwards, the Eidi, and then we'll move on to dadas, brothers and sisters and whatnot. So it was quite a lot. Now imagine that now, because the families have grown up, now what happens is that rather than us going somewhere else, so we go to our sister's place, where we get together. Alhamdulillah, there's a dinner every Eid. I hope Api Sadia, she cooks really well as well, and we enjoy that. And then now, the only thing which I do believe is something which actually hurts me, is that we don't get any Eidi at all. So if any buzurg, we go to the Dadaji, ya Nanaji, ya Abuji, please Eidi de dein. Putra, hun thodi shaadi hogi, thode bachiyan di bari hai. So this is how it has actually transitioned for us.
So now you should do it in reverse, because now we can get the hold of the kids Eid, and jo hamare sath hota tha, which our parents did.
No, but we cannot, and our parents never did that. But imagine that, these days.
Yeah. My mom always did that.
My parents
After a few days, I would see my entire,
Eid gone.
it's
Yeah,
gone.
because I was in
I
conversation.
never saw it back.
Yeah, I was in
Exactly.
conversation with my elder daughter, and she said that Mama owes me 47,000 rupees.
And my daughter used to say, my money is chilling in your bank account with your money.
Wonderful. So yeah,
No, these
Rubia, what
kids are
about
too
you?
intelligent now, I think. Yeah, you can't take the Eid anymore, because my mom always did. So mom, if you're watching, I remember you owe me money as well, 47,000 rupees probably.
And with the dollar rate also, right? I think we need to keep that in mind. But Dr. Rubia, how you have spent a quite good amount of your time in the UK as well, right? How do you feel this transition from UK to Pakistan, and in your childhood back then?
So over here is more family oriented, so I do love that, because the fact is that most of us people who moved abroad might have just moved abroad alone, and that was the case for me and Usman. So we didn't have family, we just had a few cousins, and that was about it. Lekin, having said that, I think adulting is very hard. So just exactly as Shahzad bhai said, that our parents and their family just did it so easily. They would cook like 7, 8, 9, 12, 200 dishes, and we can't make 3. If we make 3 or 4, we are like, oh my God, sare mehman hamare ghar aa rahe hain.
So Shoaib, what about you? How do you feel the transition? From your childhood and then moving towards your adulthood? How's the
It's
Eid?
very simple. Filled pockets, now it's empty wallets. Because when we were a kid, just like any other kid, the only thing that fascinates us was collecting Eid as much as we can.
Yeah.
From father to uncles. Exactly. But now everyone is asking, because I'm a chachu.
Right.
So chachu Eid, and then I have 12 nephew and niece. So,
Wow, mashallah.
empty wallets.
Okay. So quite a healthy amount.
Yeah.
But I think when we are talking, I would want to ask Dr. Rubia this question, because when you move to abroad, right? So there's a very particular culture there that women and men both are praying for the Eid prayers, right? We don't have that much of a vibrant culture here, so mostly men are going to perform their Eid prayers, right? How did you feel that, especially when you moved early in your years abroad?
So it was really interesting, because you're absolutely right about that. So women go there like absolutely for most prayers actually. It can't be not just Eid, for instance. So Tarawih as well, it's like a culture, it's a norm. So for me that was really unusual, because we always thought Tarawih for women was meant to be prayed at home. So every time, like, my friends went, and it was like almost like an outing. Like in a good way.
Event,
yeah, so it was like, oh, are you going? What time are you going? I'll come at that time. So it was like a proper thing, and it was really nice to see. I don't think they changed me much. I kind of like stuck to my old ways in a little bit. But I miss the vibe. And the other thing that was really nice was that we take time off, because obviously it's not a holiday. It's not like in like Pakistan.
Yeah.
That was the biggest difference. So we can't predict when Eid-ul-Fitr will fall on. So we never knew when to take the day off.
True.
So the biggest problem as a junior doctor was, ke, you know, we used to go and say, ke, hame chutti chahiye, but we don't know kis din chahiye. We'll let you know like a day before. And that never happened. So I worked a lot of Eid days, is what I'm trying to say.
But I think one of the very amazing thing about, you know, living abroad, because our entire audience and a lot of people who are watching us comes from the expat Pakistani community, and that is that, you know, how mosques are community centers there, right? This is a very fascinating concept for me, because for living us in Pakistan, I can't go in every mosque out there, right? There's certain places in which as a woman I can go, and there's certain places, you know, that there's no restriction there, but, you know, I would prefer, you know, staying at home, right? So how does the community centers play a role, especially in the Eid celebration?
Eid, it was amazing because everybody would get together and we would have a large iftar, and the best part is there's not like, it's not one person hosting, so it's shared amongst everyone. So I love that. Over here, I feel like when we have an event, it just comes on one family or one person, and that can get really tough and hard. So what I love was everybody cooked a little bit. If the women didn't feel like cooking, so we will just say we'll do catering. So everybody just contributed money. But either way, everyone got a break and a time to celebrate. We had games, so kids played games. So we still do that, Shahzad bhai. We had like musical chairs for adults and children, and statues, and we had a singer there as well, so Pakistani singers. So there was like a proper music festival type thing going on.
And you know, looking at you, you know, anybody can tell that, you know, that you might still, you know, take part in all of those activities as well. But not Dr. Usman though.
He's the more fun one.
Really?
I think the concept is reversed. Everybody thinks I am the more rowdy. I am the person who goes to bed and tells him that time ho gaya, ghar wapas chalo. He is the one who, when he goes to a party, you can't get him out of there.
All right, well, that's wonderful. But with that, you know, I think I've got another interesting story to share, and would want Muhammad and Shoaib to kind of reflect upon that. Even you can do that too. So what I used to do was that when we were at our Dada's place, so my Dada and my father and my mother will leave to see Dada's brothers and sisters and propose and whatnot.
It still happens, yeah.
And none of the other kids would go. But I would go so that I could get extra Eid, you know, so that I could make as much money that I could. You know, so what about you? Have you done that ever?
Yeah, I've done that, and if I miss certain spots, I say, oh my God, I've lost 2,500 rupees. And we used to count now. Okay, I missed Khala, that means I lost 500. I missed Flana, so I try not to miss single one. So I to collect maximum money.
So what was the rate those days? What was the going rate those days, like when you guys were young?
That was 100 or 200.
Yeah, my Dada would give 50 rupees.
Nice.
I mean, and there's no moving away from that, so it's 50. But with Chachu, so once everybody's done, so I would go into their room, and I knew always where their wallets were. You know, so I would just snuck out money, and I was like, okay, that's mine now. What about you, Ji?
What about me? I'd say I'm a sleepyhead, and I would always choose my sleep over certain amount of money.
My God, that's a big lie.
That is not a lie.
सबसे ज़्यादा पैसे तुम मारते हो.
तो वो तो सही है ना, वो तो बनता है.
I think he's learned from you, right?
Obviously, you learn what you see. But I do think I like my sleep over a certain amount of money. So instead, what I'd probably do is maybe go on my TikTok, record a video, and then, you know, just bring in some money from streams and call it a day.
So this is nowadays generation. So this is the young, there's a smart way of making money. हम लोग कुछ 100 रुपए इकट्ठे करके खुश होके हो रहे हैं कि हमने 2,500 2,000 बना लिया.
And they are earning in dollars.
Yeah, but that's what the problem is. So the other day, you know, I think my Facebook even got monetized, and they said that, you know, if people send you stars, you know, you'll get money. Nobody sent me a star.
I'll send you a star.
Guys, we'll do it. आज जाते के साथ we'll all set
Submit,
stars.
okay?
Done.
So whatever Facebook says, you know, send him a star, send me a star so that I can get
But
a
I'm going to have to ask Muhid, do we have to pay to send them stars? Does it
Yeah,
cost
you
a-
do. Unfortunately, I have to pay. Unfortunately, I have a very good deal for you.
Yeah.
You can give me 10,000 Eid and I can send you 5 stars.
Oh, what's the point then? I'll send myself stars then. That's better.
I'll do a discount, 2,500.
Let's do that. But since MIU is here with us, you know, so why don't, you know, we kind of touch base on whatever you're going to sing for us. You know, please go ahead since it's Eid. I do remember, I think, one of these shows that we were doing for Eid, and there was this guy who was a singer and a musician, and he started to sing such a sad song, and I was like, yeah, it's Eid today. So MIU, we do not expect that from you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Maybe he was prepared for that song that day.
Oh, I was like, I was about to sing a sad song. You just warned me. It's okay.
I hope you're not sad.
No, not really. I'm not.
There's no background story behind, right?
Okay.
I think having another anchor person away in the studios adds so much more
Actually,
value.
yeah, it adds so much more.
And it's so difficult to sit here as a guest, actually.
Unfortunately, the most famous song that I have is a sad song. However, we're going to try to make it not sad at all.
Okay, let's do this.
This is Guna, and this came out in 2023, and fortunately, it was top 5 viral on Spotify charts.
Wow.
Pretty insane. इतनी दूरियां तो नहीं हैं इन फासलों को मगर हम समझ ना सके सर घूम रहा है ये मेरा समझेंगे ये ना हम पूरी सदा तुमसे अलग की हम सह न पाए रंगों बहारें थी तेरे साथ जो तू न हो तो सबसे आ पाते हैं काफ़ी जो कह ना सके इस दुनिया ने कर दिया है हमको यूं जुदा अपनी तो है बस एक ही इल्तिजा सुनते जा मेरी आखिरी पुकार क्या है गुनाह क्यों दी सजा इस दुनिया ने हमें क्यों आज है हम जुदा क्या है गुनाह क्यों दी सजा इस दुनिया ने हमें क्यों आज है हम जुदा तू ही वजह थी चेहरे पे खुशी की तू ही वजह थी दिल के सुकून की रंगों बहारें थी तेरे साथ जो तू न हो तो सबसे आ बातें हैं काफ़ी जो कह ना सके इस दुनिया ने कर दिया है हमको यूं जुदा अपनी तो है बस एक ही इल्तिजा सुनते जा मेरी आखिरी पुकार क्या है गुनाह क्यों दी सजा इस दुनिया ने हमें क्यों आज है हम जुदा क्या है गुनाह क्यों दी सजा इस दुनिया ने हमें क्यों आज है हम जुदा क्या है गुनाह क्यों दी सजा इस दुनिया ने हमें क्यों आज है हम जुदा
Wow, yeah, that's magnificent. And you know, you feel so happy when you know your kids and your family members are actually doing that. लाड आ रहा होता है ना ऐसे ही कि हाय सबके क्या बात है माशाल्लाह.
I think इसी लाड में थोड़ा सा पैसे भी दे दे.
Do ask him what's her name.
Oh, we actually did that last year. He asked me that last year.
Oh.
Let's
I
not
mean,
do that this time.
it happens quite often, you know.
Right.
So now what he has started doing is that now when he actually posts a story on Instagram, so he blocks me out of it. He's like, okay, Mamu shouldn't see it. Otherwise, the rest is fine as well.
no.
I mean, look at those kids, yeah. I mean, I think it's interesting, but I think with this, it is really essential that on this Eid day, you know, let's start with Shoaib as well. That Shoaib, what is that one fondest memory of yours from Eid? One, any, which tops it up.
Well, that's something I would think about it.
Or, you know, you think that was a very consistent element within your household, right? A consistent Eid tradition.
Okay, I mean, that is something that is consistent that we all used to visit Popo.
Okay.
I mean, that's the mandatory one.
Okay.
Because if we visit Mamu and we don't visit Popo,
Oh, then there would be,
things get
I was
worse
going
at
to
home.
ask this,
Right,
So, you know, because we are very close to Mamu.
Okay.
So,
I'm not close to
I was
people.
going to say that. I was just
no,
going
I'm
to say
not.
that.
Yes, we are not close to that to Popo.
Why?
Because Mamu lives just next to us.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Popo
we
is
know-
a far away.
Yeah.
But what's your Popo's name?
Geographical.
Popo का नाम क्या?
Noor.
नूर पोपो ये भतीजा आपको बैठा हुआ है
आजकल के बच्चे
यहाँ पे कह रहे
And
हैं
she-
मैं आपसे ज्यादा क्लोज नहीं है
No, so she is sick. Allah उन्हें सेहत भी दे.
Amin,
But you know,
Subhanallah.
Mamu lives just next to our house, and you know, throughout.
There's more interaction
Yes,
there, right?
कब-
That's more
वो
organic.
cousins भी सारे age fellows and फुप्पो के बच्चे जरा बड़े भी हैं.
Right, right.
इससे ज्यादा बड़ा और
Damage
क्या होने
control.
जा रहा है? ये तो बताओ मुझे
उनके बच्चे हमारे जितने हैं ना, उनके
अच्छा,
बच्चों के बच्चे हमारे जितने हैं.
माशाल्लाह
Okay,
माशाल्लाह
okay. I think that's, you know, that's a more organic distance. Sometimes it happens in the family, right? You know, some people you grow close to, some people you grow apart. That becomes a very organic aspect of it, right? I don't think so. We need to go more into the definition of
Please don't
organic.
do that.
Because in this household,
अभी
yes,
जाता
they
हूँ वो ऐसे मस्ती कर रहा था
Poor Shoaib
you
won't be
know,
able to
that
go
can-
home then.
that can backfire really badly.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Rubia, now we will move on to you. I think as a woman, you know, so Chand Raats is more festive event, right? And I do remember that we used to gather at, you know, our dadi's home, and, you know, one who has a very talented, you know, henna designer would put henna into it. But now I think it's been ages since I had a mehndi on my hand, and I think now it's more of people flocking to the parlors, and I think materialism and consumerism has creeped up into our values. You know, how do you feel about this transition?
Plus also now you have to do more as well. पहले हम मेहंदी लगा के बैठ जाते थे and we didn't really have to cook, we didn't have to clean, we didn't have to get the kids ready, so it was easier. Now the problem is that we have मेहंदी लगा के, how long can you really sit still for?
Don't get that thappa
Even with
thing, please.
mehndi,
Get
there's
mehndi.
chemical in it.
Yeah, with the mehndi there's a chemical in it, because I do remember I came across you know, foreigners, and they were very interested in that thappa thing, because this is a very indigenous sort of a culture here, right? And you don't get to find it in the West.
It still exists in Lok Virsa.
Oh, interesting.
Look,
But
which
it's
is
not like
beautiful.
a visible thing now anymore,
that's
right?
true.
So now we will move on to another very interesting segment that we have introduced, and that is called Cooking Conundrum. So women often find that hum aaj kya pakaye? So in order to resolve that crisis, we have taken a recipe of creamy turkey puffs, and that is by Raj Chandi, and she goes by the name of Pink Chai on the Instagram. Let's go and let's take a look of this, what yummy recipe is.
Eid Mubarak.
My creamy turkey puffs. These make the perfect appetizer for a holiday party or even a tasty afternoon snack. We're going to start by cooking our ground turkey in a little bit of oil. If you aren't familiar with turkey, ground meat is a great place to start. Add in your seasoning, mix well, and then top with cream cheese. Once that's melted down nicely and is coating the turkey, we're going to add in a whole bunch of green onions that have been chopped. This adds so much flavor to the turkey mix. That's it, our filling is done, and as a bonus tip, this makes a great pairing with pasta also. But today we're turning them into these delicious turkey puffs. We're going to start by rolling out some store-bought puff pastry, cut it into rectangles, and then add a little bit of our turkey mixture to the center of one. Then we'll cover it with another pastry rectangle, seal the edges using a little egg wash and a fork, and then give it a little bit more of an egg wash glaze and bake as per the package directions. These little parcels are delicious and nutritious because turkey is packed with protein, iron, and vitamin B12. Give them a try and let me know what you think.
So if you're lucky enough and if you get your hands on a halal turkey, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that on this Eid you make some turkey puffs.
It has to be halal, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it
Turkey is
halal.
halal anyway.
Keep
right?
it halal, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
And I think now we will move on to another very interesting segment, and that also relates to, you know, feminine aesthetic side of the women, and that is, you know, when you have cooked the food, how to present it, right? And so we have selected Mariam Sohail's tablescaping for the Eid specially, and let's go and let's take a look.
कहते हैं हर इंसान के प्यार करने और उसके इजहार करने का तरीका दूसरे इंसान से मुख्तलिफ होता है, जिसको लव लैंग्वेज कहते हैं। अगर इंसानों को दूसरे इंसानों की लव लैंग्वेज डीकोड करनी आ जाए तो हमारे बहुत से कम्युनिकेशन प्रॉब्लम्स ब्रिज हो सकते हैं। मेरे ख्याल में मेरी लव लैंग्वेज होस्टिंग है। मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है अपने मेहमानों को ये फील कराना कि उनका आना मुझे कितनी खुशी दे रहा है और मैं उन्हें कितना वैल्यू करती हूँ। आपकी लव लैंग्वेज क्या है?
Right, and that is a wonderful.
Very true.
What is your love language? I think we will ask it and then we will move towards the games. Shahzad, what is your love
I think
language?
my love language is probably money. That's it.
I will tell
Give
you what
money or
your
take
love
money.
language is. Your love language is roasting the absolute hell out of us.
That
Yeah,
makes
but I've
sense.
grown
I
out. But
believe
I've grown
that.
out of it.
No, I
And my-
believe that. I
Even our
believe you.
producer is saying ये बिल्कुल सच है। मेहमानों के सामने तो इज्जत रखनी थी। घर का तो राज घर में रखना होता है। But yeah.
Right, then what about you, Dr. Rubia?
Oh, so I love what she said actually, because whenever I host, the more I go all out, the better I feel.
But he never said hosting. He said roasting.
No, वो तो अब आज between the three of you, I think me and Hajra will just sit back and
ये तो
smile.
घर की बातें हैं ना भाई.
Yeah.
Shoaib,
Go
what
now.
about you?
That's shopping. Getting something for my love.
Oh, that was my answer.
Right,
I'll
right.
steal his answer.
Right.
Yeah,
Shopping.
that's cheating.
मैं अपना अब change कर रही हूँ.
Okay.
Ask
And what about you, Mohammed?
Yeah.
हमारी लव लैंग्वेज तो अब्बा के साथ ही होगी, जाहिर सी बात है। तो I think
यार
Eid is
जाहिर सी
that-
बात है कि अब्बा के
Eid
साथ
is
होगी
like
कैसे?
अम्मा अब्बा के साथ
What if
होती है,
somebody
भाई
is
बहनों
listening to
के
you,
साथ।
you made some promises to anyone and
I haven't, I assure you I haven't. My point is, Eid is that one moment in the whole year where you can,
पे तो बहुत लड़ाई होने
where
वाली
you
है.
can go up to your dad and,
Right.
you know, give him a tight hug. I think,
Aw.
I think that's one
good.
thing.
And I think we boys, we
Yeah.
actually look forward to Eid, Badi Eid and Choti Eid, because these are the only 2 days when we get to hug our fathers. I think otherwise we are so shy.
But generally इतनी वो होती
But
नहीं,
I think
intimacy होती
it
नहीं है ना,
happens when
physical.
you are living together.
Yeah.
But you know, I live a bit far from my family, so whenever I go on a weekend, I hug my father.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
That is also a factor.
Okay, but
right.
now we have a few games to play.
Okay.
You know, we like to play games over here as well. So
Okay,
you
we
guys
would love
have,
to play that.
you guys have got your cards as well. So
yeah.
yes or no, we're going to ask you a couple of
Alright.
questions. Just tell us whether it's a yes or a no. Ever snuck into a party I wasn't invited to? I have. Yes.
I'm so boring.
Never.
Yes.
Oh, really? What is the story?
Yeah, I mean,
Fortunately-
giving away the story is not. I mean,
It's
as
not allowed.
boys, you know, when you're growing up, you like to go to parties, but you're
just
not
go.
famous. Nobody invites you, and then you just
Yeah.
It sucks
jump
for you.
in. यार जानी, मुझे अंदर तो कराना.
Acha, okay, you
I
are all
feel so
no.
I feel
No,
so
I
left out
haven't.
now. I'm the
Really?
next fucking,
Fortunately,
yeah.
I get invited everywhere. So.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
going
the
to
roast-
Now he is roasting us
You
actually.
know,
Right,
Mayu's parents, you know, he's going to parties, okay?
Right.
That's what I wanted to get out.
That is not what I meant by it.
Right. Never
Now
have I
gone.
ever seen a ghost. This is interesting.
Never seen a
I
ghost.
don't know,
No,
I
I'm
mean-
so boring.
No.
No, oh thank
Yeah,
goodness.
I don't think that we do believe in ghosts now, man.
But
ये जो पुराने ज़माने में आवाज़ें आती थी, अब मुझे लगता है कभी हवा की आती है, कभी खिड़की की आती है, किसी चीज़ की आती है.
but
कुछ-
I-
अब
guess
हाँ,
being an
कमर वो
adult
बहुत हो
again.
गया
Yeah.
ना. There's a lot of
Yeah.
commercialization तो बहुत भाग गया.
No
Okay.
space for ghosts.
Okay, so never ever shared someone else's secret. अब देखना yes कहाँ पे आते हैं.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Yes.
Yes,
not
I think all of us have
I'm
done that. I
guilty of
think
that.
let's ask Dr. Rubia, what secret did you share?
But like with friends, you know, like you know when one friend says to
Yeah,
you,
ये
do not
बताना
tell
नहीं.
anyone.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, of course not. And dil mein you really mean it. You really are like, I'm gonna take this to my grave. And then 5 minutes later, you're to the other best friend. Oh my God, you won't believe what happened. You won't believe what I heard. So I feel so bad. But then वो secret share करके मजा बहुत आता है.
Yeah. Okay, so never ever been in a physical fight.
No.
Yes.
With my brother,
But
yeah.
yes. I think in growing up in a childhood,
Yeah,
you know, we all
definitely.
had like sibling
Yeah.
fights,
तो
right?
पिटाई आपने लगाई या खाई?
नहीं मैंने लगाई भी और थोड़ी खाई भी क्योंकि you know
God,
because they would
how,
retaliate back ना obviously but then you know when my brother grew up and you know one time I hit him and you know then he hit me back उसके बाद मैंने कहा इसको नहीं छेड़ना अब तो मुझे कहता पानी ले आओ तो मैं आराम से ला देती हूँ हाथ ना मुझे लगाओ please.
I had a fight with my brother. I had a fight with my friend as well.
Yeah, sibling fights are very
So,
common in the childhood.
पिटाई खाई या लगाई?
नहीं हमेशा खाई है.
I think even for me, because I used to get beaten with from my elder sister. She was 1 year older, and
Okay.
she would always beat me and beat me like anything.
Oh, no.
And I used to say that you're going to grow older than me before, you know. So I think that will be time when I'm going to avenge myself as well.
Then
Okay,
he'll
so-
pull the plug
Yeah.
when she get older.
What about you?
Oh yes, with my brother, both fought.
Yeah,
and-
siblings fights are
yeah,
very
siblings
common.
very,
I think
yeah.
we all had it, right?
मायर नहीं कभी किसी दुकानदार से चुपे.
नहीं कभी नहीं मारी. I feel a bit left out with that as well now. Because everybody expects that, isn't it? कि ये loud हैं तो करती होंगी लड़ती
नहीं
होंगी.
मैंने अम्मा से बेलन भी खाया है.
हाँ हमने तो खाए हुए हैं.
अम्मा से तो
यार,
वाकई
बाइक
सही
पर
बात
झाड़ू,
है.
खुदे
अब्बा से
बुके.
बल्ले से भी खाया है.
Oh my God.
अच्छा okay.
वो जो सामने आ जाए.
What about
हस्बे
you,
तौफीक.
Usman?
जी.
मुझे लगता है कि when I
यार, हर
was
चीज़
in
में
7th,
science-
8th, when I was in 7th or 8th grade, तो फिर you know to be cool and to stand out, you need to have a fight. And then I remember I just went up to this guy once. I was like, लड़ेगा.
There was expression, you know, funny
Yeah.
expression
Yeah.
of masculinity,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
You know, मर्दानी है हमारे अंदर. So never
I
won.
know.
Who won?
None of us actually. We both
बारी
got
खाई.
beat.
दोनों
man.
कुट खा कर आए.
दोनों आपस में कुट खा गए.
Okay. So never have I ever stolen something from the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. this is
Stolen
interesting.
something from them?
Cutlery, for example. जैसे पुराने जमाने में सेट पूरे किए जाते थे कि मेरे 2 ग्लास गायब हो गए तो शादी पे गए 2 ग्लास अंदर कर लिए हैंडबैग के.
Okay, I'm gonna do this now.
Okay.
Next wedding, beware.
No.
Chopsticks. I actually steal because I love sushi and Japanese food. So I steal so many chopsticks every single time. I go
Which
to
Wow.
other
weddings.
serves sushi? Do serve sushi?
Some
No,
really
but-
posh ones, Hajra,
What-
we don't go
what-
to
I think
posh
we're going to
shadis.
very
Only,
fancy shadi.
only
हम
MIU
लोग
goes to
What's
these
the
posh
point of
shadis.
stealing chopsticks because you cannot cook sushi at home?
I can.
Really?
There you go.
All right, so probably this.
Oh, MIU goes to really posh shadis, Hajra. let it
Yeah,
go.
I think this is a
I
different
think
class
it's a-
Next
altogether.
will take us along.
अच्छा जी, never have I ever,
together.
never have I
Done.
ever stolen from my spouse.
Oh my God.
Have you?
Always, yes.
Yes.
Usman, are you watching?
No, I have never. Yeah.
You have
Yeah, you're not married because.
Ah,
Oh, Shoaib, you have stolen from your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Why
What did you
not?
steal? Money?
Money?
yeah.
Then I told her later.
Really?
Kabhi
How
kabhi.
much was it? How much was it?
25,000.
Oh my God! What about you? How
All
much?
the time.
I
Usman,
think
are you
for
watching?
women it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, they get to do that. because
Sometimes I
whatever-
tell him. I don't tell him all
because
the
We
time.
don't
whatever
call
you
it
earn-
stealing, right? We call it like our haq.
Yeah, because whatever you
fine,
earn, you know, that's yours, and whatever he earns, that's
also
yours
mine.
as well. So
And you know, she always says, आप देते हैं सारा, फिर उसके
Yeah.
बाद गायब हो जाते हैं पर्स से. फिर बताती हूँ कि पर्स में इतने रखे थे.
okay, this is the best one. So never have I ever Googled myself.
I am always good.
I think we have all done that.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
I think it's very reassuring too.
So we are all how alike we all are. How cool is that? Yeah. So
I
ये
think I-
सही perfect Eid combo
And
है.
then the interesting answers, now your net worth, your height, your age, your salary, and I mean, really?
Yeah.
Your marital status.
Actually, someone stated my height as 5'10" in a particular
that's a
in a
lie.
post, and I was like, "Come on, man."
Yeah,
don't do that.
exactly, yeah.
ये तो नहीं करो.
Okay, so this is interesting. Never have I ever had a crush on a teacher.
No, teacher.
And her name was Shahzad as well.
Whoa.
Oh,
Wow.
Shahzad.
Oh,
Shahzad.
She was my English teacher, and I think it's
I
somewhere
thought you were saying Shahzad. It's like,
I know,
Pakistan
scared me for a bit.
third,
Yeah.
third or fourth. I think I was in third or fourth grade, and she was my English teacher. Used to love her.
Yeah.
Maniac.
did you ever buy her a gift or something? Did you ever
Never.
give her like a
Didn't
flower
have
or
money
something?
ever. देते नहीं थे हमें घर वाले
कहाँ से
पैसे
मिलता था?
खराब हो जाएंगे. Yeah. So one last, please go ahead.
Okay, so never have I ever lied to a friend to get out of hanging out with
Too
them.
many times. too
I
many
mean,
times.
1,000 times.
Yeah,
many
I'm so
times.
old about this now.
चल
I do
जाने
all the
तुझे
time.
पता
Yeah,
ही नहीं,
adulting
पागल
is
हो
like
गए.
that, right? You really
Yeah.
don't want to go out.
Sadly,
Okay, now we're going to move on to the next game. This is the most interesting one. You've got the Batwoman headphones over here. By the way, these belong to Aleha, my daughter. And when I asked her for the headphones, she was like, "Le jai." And then later on, she started as well. So what you're supposed
have
to do
to go
is
back home.
that you guys have to wear it on your ears, obviously earphones, and then Hajra will actually, say a word which you will not be able to listen to, and then you have to, kind of lip read and say what she's trying
Oh
to
my
say.
God.
Okay?
My God.
What
So
if
go
they're
ahead.
swear
Meanwhile, I'm
words?
going to play some
I'm
music.
so
Let's
scared.
see.
Oh, I have to start? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm so scared.
So, okay, let me connect the Bluetooth over here. It's connected.
I'll text you. I'll text you.
No cheating, please.
Yeah, I mean, our internet in the studio is not very nice. But still, you
I
can
think
try.
Shoaib knows the hacks, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. ये तो घर का बेदी है ना. Yeah, wait, कुछ
Oh, no,
सही
it's
सा.
working. I can hear music. Yeah.
Yeah, music.
yeah.
Okay, wait, not right now. Is it louder? Can
Yep.
you hear us?
I can hear you,
So just speak.
but
a
the
little.
music is definitely louder.
Yeah, because ये speaker मेरे ख्याल headphone China के.
Oh, very loud.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
It's loud. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we start? Okay.
Slowly.
Hiccup, hiccup, hiccup.
The headphones look so nice.
It's
Try
interesting.
doing that, na.
Hiccup,
Hiccup. Hiccup.
hiccup.
Iram?
Oh, is it?
Oh my God, this is actually working. ये कौन से headphones इतने अच्छे हैं? Now it's cancelling.
And you're looking cute.
I hate you. No.
Hiccup,
Hiccup.
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 I feel so
Change the
bad
word, change the
now.
word.
Okay, okay.
ये बुढ़ापे का तकाजा है.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Can I take it off? Oh, I'm
No,
still
no,
playing.
no.
Oh my God, my turn is not done.
No, no,
Okay.
dolphin,
Dolphin.
dolphin,
Dolphin.
dolphin,
Go jump.
Dolphin.
dolphin.
Go dive.
Dolphin.
No.
Dog.
Don't look at He's
तौबा,
confusing me now.
बहुत बुरा
Okay,
word है,
okay.
तौबा.
Dolphin, dolphin.
Fin. Doll.
Don't feel.
Oh, you're close. You're
I got
close.
it?
Yeah, but you didn't get it.
Dolphin, dolphin.
Fin.
Talk fail.
No,
Oh,
no,
you
no.
close. You close.
You're very close, I say.
Don't fail.
Dolphin.
Shahab is confusing me on
It's one
purpose.
word. It's one
I'm
word.
failing really badly. Okay, one word.
Yeah.
Okay.
One word,
Oh,
yes.
she
कोई
can-
गाली है?
No, we are not going to say
It's
that.
national television.
Okay.
Come on.
Trying.
Dolphin. Dolphin.
I want Dr. Rubia zoomed in solo with
I want to take these off now. Cheating है ये.
Dolphin.
Shoaib, text me. Text
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
Doll?
Fin.
Fin.
Toffee,
Dolphin.
बर्फी, परी, मछली.
Yeah.
मछली.
Which machli?
Fish.
Which?
Oh.
Which?
Dolphin.
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 Plenty of help.
Oh, that was so
Okay.
hard.
So you
That
got
was
one
so
right.
hard.
You have asked you 2 words. You got one right. Let's move on to Muhammad.
I'm only gonna play this game if you play my music.
Oh yeah, chal. I'll give. Shabash.
इस पे लगाए कोई sad music.
Sad
कोशिश की cheating
सीधा
करने की
करके
कोई
लगा,
फायदा
सीधा
नहीं
करके.
हुआ.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Look like a cat now.
Yo, but a really
Okay.
cool cat.
ठीक है. चलो. That's your song, by the way. Let's
Sahi
go.
ho gaya.
Okay, okay. Another word.
Let me give him the word.
Wow.
Can you listen to us?
You're not audible.
Okay.
Nope, not
Chittagong.
Have you said the word?
Chittagong. Wait. Yeah. Chittagong.
Okay.
Chittagong.
See,
What?
it's one
Is
word.
this something wrong?
No.
This is so hard.
Yes,
Oh,
very
thank
hard.
you.
That's why he did it himself.
Emma, you
Gone.
can't do it now.
Okay,
so I
no.
feel a bit better
Okay,
now.
you guys helped her.
Okay, one word.
Yeah.
One word. Wait, one.
Chittagong.
It's one word or two words?
One word.
One word.
Chittagong.
Ganda frock.
Okay, your dress. Your dress.
Shoaib, even you can give him a word. Come on, go ahead.
No, let me
give
give him a hint.
Okay,
now.
sure. Help him.
Your dress.
Chittagong.
Chitta.
As if that's helping me. As if that's helping
Yeah.
me.
I know the word, but it's not helping me.
Let's change the word.
Okay,
The next
okay,
one.
okay. Next one.
Next word.
Okay, yes. उसको पता है इसको आ रही है आवाज? Veil.
Easy.
Oh,
Whale.
First
try.
Second word easy है basically.
Yeah.
इसका मतलब second ही कर
Oh, that's
पाया.
great. Please give me the headphones back as well.
Alright.
Thank you so much. अपना गाना सुनते हुए तुमने देखो नहीं पहचान पाए. Yeah, please Shoaib bhai. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay, so Hajra, ऐसा we need to ask Shoaib something
Please, easier one.
which looks that that we are asking
सबसे
something
मुश्किल.
bad.
No, you already
Okay,
did
wait,
that
let
with
me
me.
play the music.
The first word was Chittagong.
He's too close to you, by the way. You just have to stay.
Okay.
He's into
Can
the
you hear us?
Word.
No, can you hear us? Okay.
तो नहीं कैसे काम
नहीं कैसे कहा है? Okay.
You are giving me?
No, but
I'm
it
giving
really,
you.
really works.
Harry
Yeah, it
Potter.
does.
Harry Potter.
Wow.
That's a good one.
They
Harry
should have me that
Potter.
one. I
Two
could have
words.
guessed that.
Two
Two words.
Yeah.
Yes.
Drinking.
No. No. Harry.
Hell.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Nice.
Next
What was this?
You're about to win. I thought she was saying water. I'm wearing a headphone too. Yeah, please, the next one, the last one. Let's see. I think Shoaib's gonna win.
Okay. Last one.
Shoaib is going to win. Don't win.
Whale.
No. World.
One word.
Yes. World.
He's like
Also unfair because he's closer to you
again.
guys.
Yeah, exactly. हम तो इतना दूर
Word.
बैठे थे भाई.
Yeah, he got it right. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he got it right. I think Shoaib, you're magnificent with this game,
Yep.
bro.
Magic
never going to
headphones.
play this game. अच्छा उल्टा करके पहना.
I know,
मैं भी
we
lighting
missed
भी
that.
नजर आ रहा है. यार, how did you actually wear these headphones? ये तो hairstyle भी नहीं आगे पीछे हुआ.
Bro,
Wow,
his
this is
hair
great.
is like on point.
So we've got one more game as well.
Okay.
Okay, very quickly, and this is very interesting.
Okay.
Because you really need to be politically correct. This is the
Okay.
last game as well. Before we actually kind of go on towards wrapping up and going back to our family. So I'm going to ask you. So all three of you can actually answer. So do you like everybody? Do you like Dada's house or Nana's house?
God.
Nana.
My dadas unfortunately passed away, so I only have a
यार, हर
Nana's
बात
house
में
now.
तू उदासी क्यों
I was
निकाल
gonna
के
say
ला रहा है?
उदासी थोड़ी सी तो है बोलो।
No,
Yes,
not that.
my Nana
That's
and
a
Dada
different
passed away too,
answer.
but still.
Yeah, who? Nana's house?
Dada's house because we went there more.
And Dada lived with us, so Nana's house was the outing wala part, na? So
Okay, so
Nana's
you
house.
for Dada's house, Nana's house, Nana's house. Okay, Nana's house or Popo's house?
Nana's house.
Nana's house.
Nana's house.
That's
Sorry,
actually such
Popo.
a hard question because I
I
love
love you,
my
Popo.
Nana and Popo equally.
Yeah.
But Popo's house because I go
we
there
not
very
saying that
rarely.
you don't love them.
ये
Popo's
politically
house,
correct
Popo's
जवाब नहीं
house
देने.
because I go there very rarely
Okay,
and I go to
Should
Nana's
be
house.
this one
One
word.
word.
And Nana house or Popo?
Yeah.
Just say it one.
Popo's house.
Popo's house now, and you guys are sticking with Nana's house.
No,
Okay,
but I love
so
you, Popo.
so now
She's
Nana's
watching.
house, Popo's house, or Khala's house?
Khala's house.
Khala's house.
Khala's house, yeah. Cousins, Khala.
अब
Popo's
बोलना.
house again.
Popo's house.
Because
But I
मैंने
think
पहले
what
आपको
about you,
बताया
Shahzad? What
Khala's
about you?
with my
I think
Khala's
for
house.
me, Dada's house any day.
Okay. And then
Dada's
what
house.
about like between Popo and Khala? Do you have Popo
Between
and Khala?
Popo and Khala, I mean, my Khala lives in UK, but I think equally I enjoy the most. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been.
Oh, you made me answer. Come on, you
I
made
was
me
gonna say,
answer.
yeah, I didn't
You have
know
to
we
give
could
an
Yeah,
say
so I
equally.
think I'll say Popo's house. Yeah.
Okay.
Popo's house. So, okay, so Khala's house or Chachu's house?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Oh,
I don't have a
love-
Chachu's or Khala's house.
I love both of them. That's a tricky one. Sorry, I'll pass.
What if I tell you I have the same khala? I have the same.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
house
do
as my
know.
Khala and
So
Chachu.
two of my sisters
we have
got
one of
married to
those
two of
too.
the
Yeah.
brothers.
So I'll pick
We have
them.
two of those.
Yes, I'll
Alhamdulillah.
pick them.
So, okay, so.
I'll pick them too. I have one of those as
So
well.
we were at Mamu's house. Okay, so this one's more instruction. So Mamu's house or in-laws? Everybody's watching.
In-laws, of course.
Mama's house.
Mamu's house. Okay. Yeah, you need to stay out of
In-laws'
this.
house
but-
is my house.
Okay,
I think I'll go
so-
with
Because
that.
my mother-in-law lives with me.
Yeah.
There you go. And we live with them. So for us, it's in-laws' house.
So Mamu's house or friend's house?
Oh, friend's house.
Friend's house.
Friend's house.
I'm with them.
Of course,
Yeah,
friend's house.
friend's
Okay, so
yeah.
towards the end, friend's house or your own house?
Friend's house.
Friend's house.
My own house with my friends in it.
There you go.
Oh,
Very nice.
interesting
This
answer.
kid is going places, man. He knows how to answer the right question.
He should answer first.
Yeah.
I'm cheating karenge.
Yeah, exactly. So now I think what we really need to do is, thank you so much. So you
Thank
stayed
you.
back at friend's house. You went back to your own house
And called my
And
friends
call the
over.
friends.
and you called your friends over
I
and,
always stayed at my friend's house.
and you were at your friend's house. What about you, Hajra?
I think my own house, yeah.
No, but I think I need to ask this from Hajra as well. Please
Yeah,
allow
yeah,
me to
yeah,
do so.
of course.
So, Dada's house or Nana's house?
Dada's or Nanu's house?
Yeah.
So Dada's house because my Nanu lives alongside
you.
us.
Well, but
so,
okay, just one. Okay, so Dada's house or Puppo's house?
Puppo's house.
Puppo's house or Khala's house?
I don't have a khala, so
Okay.
like
Oh, you
So,
still like-
Puppo's
what
house
she
or
had
Chachu's
here?
house?
Chachu's house.
Chachu's house or
Hajra, one question from Shahzad bhai as well. Dada house or in-laws?
Dada house?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so I'm sorry, but yeah, okay, so now Chachu's house or in-laws?
In-laws, in-laws.
In-laws.
नहीं, शादी हुई है.
So, in-laws or friends?
In-laws,
In-laws.
in-laws.
Or
in-laws.
friends or in-laws or your own house?
In-laws,
My own
in-laws.
house.
Finally.
Yeah, I think,
An honest answer.
yeah,
She's like, hun sada banda hai.
I think
I hope
that,
they're not watching it.
अभी phone किधर है? अभी phone करते हैं.
I think because
I
you
think we
just,
shared the same
Yeah,
Siraj, you know.
but Alhamdulillah, because you
Solidarity.
just got married recently as well, so they might be glued to their television screen right now.
Yeah,
कि हम देखें हमारी बहू क्या कह रही है,
Yeah,
माशाल्लाह.
yep, baby.
So she loves your house, you know, it's
Absolute.
great, Alhamdulillah. And while we're at it, you know, towards the end of the game segment, I think I'm going to request Emma, you to please go ahead, sing us a song, bro.
Yes,
Another one?
please.
Let's do
No,
this.
but this time,
No
let's
sad.
make it a little.
Yeah,
No
if you
judai
can
shudai.
sing a very
Vibing.
pop.
Okay, what we can
Too
do
much
is
judai in
I
our
can
life
play one of the
already.
biggest hits that has ever been
Which
played
one?
in Pakistan. It's
Okay.
called Light Chuti, but I want you guys to sing with me.
Oh, okay.
Lari
Let's do
Chuti?
that.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
The breakup song type की चीज़ है.
नहीं breakup भी नहीं है.
क्या हुआ तो लारी छूटी.
I mean, it's open to
की
interpretation. You can
गाड़ी
also
छूटी.
interpret
Breakup ही है
it.
ना?
Yeah. No, not really.
अच्छा, okay, चलो.
किस्मत का खेल है सारा फिरता था मैं आवारा ये क्या से क्या हो गया 4 दिन की जिंदगानी हर पल एक नई कहानी क्या था मैं क्या बन गया क्या हुआ जो लाड़ी छूटी जीवन की गाड़ी लूटी ख्वाब है तो मुझको ना जगा जिंदगी एक पल में सारी यूं पलट गई हमारी झूठ है तो मुझको ना जगा ओ कर लो जो भी करना है होना है जो होना है गुजरा तो पल ये फिर ना आएगा क्या बुरा है क्या भला है वक्त ही शायद खुदा है हो जाने दो देखा जाएगा Sing with me. क्या हुआ जो लाड़ी छूटी जीवन की गाड़ी लूटी ख्वाब है तो मुझको ना बता जिंदगी एक पल में सारी यूं पलट गई हमारी झूठ है तो मुझको ना बता That's it.
वो भी तो डालना बीच में.
Beautiful.
और फिर एंड में कहते हैं कि वो कहते हैं ना जो होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है सही कहते हैं
Wonderful,
Wow,
wonderful.
wow, wow, that's great. And in addition to this, I think where you have actually spoken a lot of sense. And और भाई आप वो बहुत अच्छा करते हैं. Thank you so
I
much.
sense the pride. I can. It's like literally
Alhamdulillah.
फट के आ रही है बात.
Alhamdulillah.
Mashallah.
So I think what we really need to kind of talk about over here is that how, you know, because there was a time we used to live in joint family system. You've spoken about it right at the beginning of our program and how, you know, we've transitioned. And our Eid, I think, primarily have transitioned because of that we have moved on to nuclear family systems as well. So very quickly, you know, before we reach out towards the end of our program, how would you want in future families to be, gatherings to be? How do you think that we can get rid of whatever mal we have in our heart for, you know, may it be anybody, you know, from our family? I'm not going to name anyone. How do you think that that can happen? Because we're not those kids now.
I think the tradition that I can just talk from my family experience. So when we used to go to our datke's house, it was a must it had to happen. There was just no two ways about it. So I think that should be maintained. What's happening now is that some people are celebrating Eid by themselves. So either it's because of money issues or it's because they just don't have time, it's work, job, blah, blah, blah. I think people should make time around Eid, take time off, go meet your families, designate a house like you guys do, like you've transitioned to your sister's house. So I think some people have gotten lost in that transition and not done that yet. So they're very lonely and they're very like living alag-alag say and in like isolated bubbles. So let's break those bubbles, live together, go find a house. If it's hard for one person to host, share it, do like potluck, one dish kar le, and that's really a nice way to do things, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think I would now want to move towards the Muhammad.
Yeah.
Muhammad, you know, you in this phase that you're witnessing a transition, right, from your boyhood towards your, you know, adulthood. And how do you find the Eid, you know, growing up in your childhood? Obviously, there have been some traditions that you would want to pass on to your children, and some traditions that, you know, you feel that, you know, they must discontinue because I don't know, they
Some
become
traditions that
redundant.
must discontinue.
That's nice.
Some traditions that must discontinue. I don't think there's any tradition that we must discontinue because the beauty of Eid is everything that goes around you, and at the end of the day, when you have to go back home, you get in your bed and then realize, okay, aaj ye hua tha. Okay, chalo is baat ko chhod dete hain. I think that's
Let
very
it go.
important. I'd always want, you know, every good and bad part of it to carry forward. A good part of it is that, and fortunately for us, none of my khala, none of my mamus, no one has ever denied Eid to me. And fortunately, that is one tradition I would like to continue.
But up to stream se nahi Eid.
Well, I think when you are on the giving end of that, Eid, so that's a very different feeling. So,
Ask him again in 10 years.
right. So Shoaib, now we would move to you. So we've seen, you know, we are living in a, you know, communitarian system where we have a very dense sort of familial ties, right? As much as we admire the system, but we do feel, you know, there's some elements that, you know, we do not want to continue. We want to discontinue, right? Do you find, you know, some, you know, as much as we are connected, I mean, they're also very ladaiyan and jhagde, right? I think we all of us experience that in South Asian communities, right? So what are some of the elements that you find if you know, remove that from your life, you know, life becomes, you know, much more easier to interact?
I mean, let's just learn that respect everybody and accept everybody the way they are actually, because we all are different. I mean, my brothers are different,
Beautiful.
my in-laws are different, I as a husband is different, my wife is different, but we should just accept the way he or she is. If we just accept the person the way he or she is, we'll just respect, things will be fine.
But what are some of the lessons that you...
Why it gets difficult to respect a kamina, na? Kamina, yeah.
Avoid.
Kaise izzat karoge uski?
Avoid.
Right.
Yeah, avoid. I think this is what you missed. You
I
said
mean, why
respect
just
everyone.
to do things messy?
Yeah.
Either fix it or just avoid. That
Keep
are
it
the
clean.
two ways
But I think Eid becomes very different, you know, when you're married as compared to when you are single, right? So how did you find that, you know, difference or the transition? How did you navigate that, you know? What were the things that you learned that, you know, you would want people to know about there?
I mean, yeah, it's different when you're married or single, but I think that's even interesting. If when you're married, you go to your in-laws, or maybe when you visit them, you enjoy the time together.
Do you still get Eid from your in-laws?
Yes, I'd still get
I think I've got a very funny incident over here. Now imagine, so when I was about to get married, when I was engaged, so the first Eid that I got was 25,000. Okay? I was like, wow, very happy and good.
Amazing,
Next year, the
Nice
Eid was...
bigger damad,
No,
right?
the next year it was 20,000. I was like, fine, fair enough,
good,
you know,
हाँ,
hoga,
Okay,
kisi aur ko bhi Eid
5,000
deni hogi, yeah.
tax.
But then what happened next year, you know, my brother-in-law, my wife's brother actually got engaged as well. So my Eid got dropped to 10,000. Udhar bhi Eid deni hai. Okay. And then the last one is 5,000 as well. But very quickly, I think one last question for all of us, and that is, if there's one thing that your mother is saying, and then there's your wife, you know, and she's saying something, and there's a disagreement, who would you take side? I mean, who would you be party with?
I'm very smart in it,
And even
actually.
with Hajra and Dr. Rubia, you know, so your husband or your father-in-law, you know, so how would you decide? So please. go ahead.
Father-in-law, okay.
Yeah.
Husband.
Okay, it never happens. Like my mom is saying something different from my wife. Actually, they're very close. Honestly,
Okay.
they're very good at it. But sometimes it happens that my wife is somewhere and she wants to do something else, and my mom is saying that she should do this. I said, she will do this, and then I'll talk to her. It's fine. Do the way you
what
want
you
to do.
want,
And
yeah, that's
I
nice.
think mom, she's doing the better way. It's fine. Let her do it. So I'll
That's lovely.
manage.
That is such a nice thing. I just new thing, but that's such a beautiful thing.
Alhamdulillah. What about you?
Oh,
So your husband says something,
yeah.
and your father-in-law saying something else.
Oh gosh.
कि Rubia, ये इसको ऐसे करना है. तो आप वो भी ये कह रहे हैं और वो भी ये कह रहे हैं.
I
तो क्या
probably
करें?
have to go with what my father-in-law is saying. I mean, he's my elder,
Wow.
and he's seen the world, and he knows. He really does know best, honestly. So I think I would go with what he says. Usman, I kind of like can just tell him to chup karke baitho abhi.
I think that's great as
Right,
well.
right.
But thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you
us.
so much.
Eid Mubarak once
Eid
again. Thank you so
Mubarak.
much, Dr. Rubia. Thank you so much, Mohammed Ibn Usman and you for being with us, taking out time the first day of Eid and being with us as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to sing another song and then say goodbye to
perfect.
everybody who's out there.
Perfect.
Please make sure that you stay tuned to PT all throughout the day. We've got some amazing programs coming your way as well.
Right.
So
Eid
let's
Mubarak
do
to
this. You know,
everyone out there.
let's play a song and let's sing together.
play another one?
Which one do we want it to be?
Come on.
I think something
drop
from the
a song
Nazia
on it.
Hassan, right?
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm a
perfect,
big
'cause I
fan
know
of
all of
like
them.
pop music.
जगाने वाले दिल
को
को
जगाने वाले
But Emma, do you know them?
I actually do know how to sing them. Unfortunately, I don't know how to play them though.
Okay, so
It's
whatever
okay,
you want.
whatever you
no.
want to.
You're so talented. I mean, just improvise.
Yeah.
Just improvise?
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
How about कहानी सुनो?
कहानी सुनो और आप ज़्यादा डिप्रेस कर रहे
I think we should stick
उम्र
to
मेरी
that.
है
शायद आएगा वहाँ से कुछ
All
और.
right.
Okay, let's do.
Yeah. दिल
Okay.
को
चुराने वाले
नहीं,
दिल से जाने वाले
दिल को चुराना नहीं. मैं हंसी.
पहले जवान
मैं जवां मैं हंसी मेरे पास क्या नहीं हो
जीवन में आने वाले. Okay, everybody, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Eid Mubarak!